Marijuana extract can kill melanoma cells. A new study reveals possible treatment for skin cancer. The new study indicates that potential treatment for melanoma, a skin cancer beginning in the melanocyte cells, which makes the pigment that gives skin its color. Melanoma typically results from overexposure to the sun. While skin cancer is one of the most common cancers in the United States, it accounts for only about 1% of cancers. Yet it causes a large majority of deaths, according to the American Cancer Society. New research published in a peer-reviewed Cell journal conducted by scientists from Charles Darwin University and RMIT University offers hope for the creation of a natural treatment for melanoma. The study, part of a PhD project by RMIT's Dr. Ava Bakari, showed that a specific cannabis extract, it's called PHEX66, from the cannabis sativa plant binds to receptor sites on particular melanoma cells, controlling its growth at 2 key phases and increasing the amount of damage to these cells. Dr. Nazim Nasser, a study co-author at CDU, pharmaceutical lecturer, said that this damage particularly tricks cells into killing itself. This inhibitory effect arises from interactions with the CB1 and CB2 receptors, the paper reads. It says the damage to the melanoma cell prevents it from dividing into new cells and instead begins a programmed cell death, also known as apoptosis, Dr. Nasser. This is a growing area of important research because we need to understand cannabis extracts as much as possible, especially their potential function as anti-cancer agents. If we know how they react to cancer cells, particularly in the cause of cell death, we can refine treatment techniques to be more specific, responsive, and effective. According to Nasser, who specializes in cancer cell biology, pharmacology, and drug delivery systems, the next step should be to create a targeted delivery system for the melanoma cells in preparation for clinical pretrials. Clinical uses of cannabis extract include treatment for anxiety, cancer-related symptoms, epilepsy, chronic pain. Intensive research into its potential for killing melanoma cells is only at the start, and as we investigate how this knowledge can be applied to treating different types of cancers, we need to pay attention. Professor Nitin Mathur, lead author of the RMIT biotechnologist, said that there needs to be a thorough follow-up to assess the long-term efficacy and safety of this PHEC66 extract. Subsequent stages involve animal studies or preclinical trials to validate and further explore the efficacy of the cannabinoid PHEC66 in treating melanoma and other cancers. Both authors stress the need for support in sponsorship to eventually qualify this as a registered medicine. I don't know about you guys, but skin cancer has affected several members of my family, and this is something that I get so incredibly excited about. I can't wait to hear what my fellow correspondents have to say. Turning it back to you guys. It's Bandy at High at 9 News.
News, Mandy. This is huge news right here.
Huge news.
Huge. Y-U-G-E. Huge. This is, I mean, I wish Matthew was joining us today because he recently just had a cancer scare with something on his face, and he had it removed, and it ended up being non-cancerous. So we're very happy about that. But there's so many people and that just from being out in the sun, not using proper skin protection or whatnot, and some people are just very, very susceptible to the sun, and more than others. And so I think this is fantastic that this news is coming out, and whoever did this study, bravo to them, because this is the type of stuff that we need to be coming out with.
And kudos to Mandy for continuing to make sure that we're covering medical advancements and the conversation about cannabis as medicine as it continues to slowly progress. And then those of us who spent too much time in indoor cultivation facilities have also probably burned the heck out of our skin by irradiating our dermal layer with HPSs and metal halides. So, and I really appreciate also that you were touching upon the fatality rate of this cancer versus other cancers. So, my maternal grandma got skin cancer, and when it wasn't treated quickly enough, it spread to other parts of her body, and she died of cancer. And so, it's easy to cover the glamorous side of cannabis, but I think the medical side in the long run is probably the most fulfilling opportunity for us to interact with the plant.
Well, I think that's one thing that we carry with ourselves as being longtime operators, that we've helped so many cannabis patients throughout the years that have really needed for like serious medical needs, and this just provides that proof that all of the work that we've been doing all over the years is not in vain. So shout out, yeah. I really like this story. I feel like you've said it all though, Mandy, with this. Like the proof is in the pudding, and
it's so exciting. And you know what? I love sharing these kinds of stories. I love that they're very transparent and said that they still need to get funding and more backing for this. There's a lot of really amazing privately funded companies out there conducting tremendous research that utilizes cannabis in the treatment of cancer. Matter of fact, I'm going to plug this because it's super important. The Women's Canna Awards picked the Saving Sophie organization because Saving Sophie's founder, Tracy Ryan, has been spending the last, I think it's 8 years doing clinical trials down in Mexico with physicians and scientists, and utilizing cannabis in conjunction with increasing the production of natural killer cells and helping people fight cancer. And they're now into human trials, and it's tremendous what they're finding. It's so incredibly exciting. If I was diagnosed with cancer, that's exactly where I'd be going.